Hi, welcome to my channel, ChiChis and Me Chihuahua Reality. It occurred to me that you might want to know a little bit more about me and about my channel, and that you might want to meet my four-legged family. So stay tuned because that's exactly what this video is about. So, who am I? Well, my name is Linda, and I'm owner and editor of ChiChisandMe.com, as I already said. ChiChisandMe.com is a blog, website, whatever you want to call it, that has information specifically about Chihuahuas. You can find their information on Chihuahua health, nutrition, training, behavior. Anything you need to know about Chihuahuas, you'll probably find it there. I started my website, ChiChisandMe.com, about 4 years ago. And before we get into the video, I first want to say some of you I know that are watching right now have been with me since day one, 4 years ago. And to you, I want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. And if you're new here or new to ChiChisandMe.com, then welcome. I'm very, very glad you're here. I put a link to it if you want to check it out. I put a link to it down below. And if you do check it out, don't forget while you're there to subscribe to my monthly newsletter and to my weekly tips. My monthly newsletter is just packed full of information. Of course, there's information on Chihuahua health, nutrition, training, and behavior. But I also include every month a cute Chihuahua video. Who doesn't love those? I have a monthly good for them recipe for either dog treats or dog food, DIY projects. I am not a crafter, but I know that some of you are, so I include that too. And we also feature one of your Chihuahuas, one of our readers' Chihuahuas once a month. So if you go on my website, be sure and check that out and upload your photo to our Chi of the Month contest, and you might see your photo in our next newsletter. I am an author. I've written 2 books, one on creating your own nutritious and balanced dog food recipes, and one on Chihuahua training, and I have another one in the works. I have nearly 20 years experience raising and training Chihuahuas, but most of all, I am mom to 3 beautiful Chihuahuas and a cat named Lucy. I actually started this channel probably a couple of years ago, and I uploaded a few slideshows and some short clips of my dogs, but I eventually abandoned it because I'm a writer, I'm not a videographer. But it occurred to me that I could probably bring you better content through actual videos. So with a little encouragement from my son, he helped me to get over my fear of being in front of the camera. So with his encouragement, I decided to re-establish my YouTube channel. That's enough about me, probably too much about me. Are you ready to meet my 4-legged family members? So let's start with my old man, Chico. This is Chico. I've had him since he was probably about 9 weeks old. He is now 17. We call him the old man. But he has been my best friend, my buddy, my companion, my joy for 17 years now. I got Chico as a gift, the greatest gift I've ever gotten from a human being. It's especially meaningful because it was my stepson, stepdaughter-in-law, and stepdaughter that gave him to me. I'm not recommending giving a dog or any pet as a gift, not unless you know that person very well, unless you know that person is looking for that particular dog, that particular breed, unless you know that that person is willing and ready and able to give the dog or the pet a home for that pet's lifetime. Chico has definitely slowed down the last 2 or 3 years, as senior dogs will do. He's getting really, really gray. He looks like he's almost white now, but believe me, he used to be black and white. One thing I remember most about Chico when he was younger is he used to have a little plush toy, a little yellow duck. And I wish to goodness I had a picture of that. But he used to carry that around in his mouth wherever he went. He took it to bed with him. But, I mean, he walked around all the time with that little yellow duck in his mouth. That little yellow duck is long gone now. But since Chico is older, he really doesn't play with toys much anymore at all. He sleeps a lot, again, as older dogs will do. Actually, though, Chico really gets around pretty well for his age. He's lost that little spring in his step. You know, the one that Chihuahuas have, that sassy little walk that they have. Well, he doesn't do that anymore. We have a few stairs that he has to go up and down in order to go to the potty or to go outside, and he can no longer do that. So we carry him up and down the stairs whenever he has to go out to go to the potty. He sometimes has accidents in the house now, and so we have potty pads out, and thankfully he usually always goes in the same spot on the same potty pad, so that hasn't been a real problem. He now pees in his bed almost every night now. He can't seem to hold it all night any longer, and that is why he sleeps next to us now and not in our bed with us. So next, this is my little Pebbles. Look at the camera, Pebbles. Pebbles is 14. She'll be 14 August of 2020. Pebbles came to us from what I'm pretty sure was probably a puppy mill situation. I have put some links down below to some articles on puppy mills, how they work and how to avoid them. So be sure and check out those. Pebbles has the sweetest, most submissive personality of any Chihuahua I have ever met. She's pretty shy at first when she first meets people or other dogs, but she'll warm up to them eventually. And everybody that meets her just loves her. She absolutely loves her belly rubs. Yes, you do. She loves her belly rubs, and she expects one every morning. But what's so cute about that is she'll turn over on her back for her belly rub, and then when I stop doing it, she'll kind of go right back expecting another one and another one and another one, and she does that all the way across the bed until she reaches the edge, and then I guess she's done. Pebbles has an enlarged heart, which is really pretty common among small breed dogs, but especially Chihuahuas. She was first diagnosed with an enlarged heart about 5 years ago, and but she was put on medication, and her veterinarian and I have kept an eye on it. So she's really done pretty well. She's been her usual happy, energetic self. Then just a few months ago, on one of her checkups, on the x-ray, the veterinarian noticed that not only is her heart gotten larger, but she now has a mass on her heart, just right above it. This is an x-ray of Pebbles' heart, and the circle shows the mass that is right above her heart. It's inoperable because of the position that it's in, so we have no idea if it's cancer or not, but there's just not anything that we can do about it, sadly. And that's when her veterinarian told us that she is in heart failure. But she's really done pretty well. We've put her on a different medication, and that was several months ago. She, of course, has her days when you can tell that she just doesn't feel well, and you can see it in her eyes that she doesn't feel well. She may be in pain. I don't know, but that's occasionally she has those days, and then she has good days too. But needless to say, that was some pretty devastating news. The other thing is, I think that perhaps the mass that's on her heart may be pushing against her esophagus, because she seems to have trouble eating, have trouble swallowing, and there are times when she just refuses to eat. but really, she is one tough little dog, and we intend to enjoy every single minute that we have with her. So this is Remedy Jane. Remedy is not enjoying this a whole lot, as you can see. Remedy is our relatively baby, because she will be 4 in, she just turned 4 in March 2020. We call her our little biggin because she is a little bit bigger than the other two. She weighs 8 pounds. They weigh 5 and 4.5 pounds. I let her down. She just wasn't sure what was going on and wasn't very happy, so I put her down. But Remedy, we named her Remedy, and later on, she was kind of our wild one when she was a littler, and so we added Jane because it kind of rhymed with Calamity Jane. But most of the time, we just call her Remy. We call her Lil Biggin, and sometimes we call her Corn Chip, because when she was little, we thought she smelled like a corn chip, so Corn Chip is her nickname too. And sometimes we call her Butthead, but we love her very much. And so let me know in the comments below, do you have a nickname for your Chihuahua or many nicknames for your Chihuahua? Put it in the comments below. I'd like to know what they are. When Remedy was about 9 months old, she had a terrible accident. And I will put a link below to, I wrote the story about it called Remedy's Story. And I'll put the link to that below if you'd like to check that out. So I won't go into it here. But it has caused her some kind of emotional scars. But that brings up the subject of another video that I'm going to upload shortly. It's called Conditioning Training. And I'll explain to you what that is and how it works. But conditioning training is what we use to help Remedy get over her intense fear of other dogs, bigger dogs specifically. Really, you don't want to miss that video. So be sure and subscribe and hit the bell so that you'll be notified when I do upload that video. Remedy is really one of the sweetest Chihuahuas most of the time. She has her moments. There are times when she decides that she doesn't want anyone around, her brother and her sisters included. She doesn't want anyone around but me. It's possible, I suppose, that maybe I babied her a little too much when she had her accident, but really, who wouldn't? Remedy is really our little tomboy. She just loves to be outside in the sunshine, chasing birds and chasing squirrels. She adores her walks. But because of that scary experience that she had, she's very reluctant to learn new things or to do something or be around something that she's never been around before. She's a little fearful. As you noticed when I began this video, she was very unsure of this situation. How about you? Do you have a Chihuahua that's that way, that's kind of reluctant or fearful of things or people? If you do, let me know in the comments down below. I really don't know how well this is going to work out. This is Lucy. We call her Loosey Goosey because when you pick her up, she just goes limp. So we started calling her Loosey Goosey. We adopted her actually from the veterinary clinic where I work. Our veterinary hospital sometimes gets abandoned kittens. One of our veterinarians actually goes to one of the shelters in a nearby community, a very small community, and so she goes by there and picks up kittens occasionally and brings them there, and we put them in the lobby where our clients and everybody coming in can see them. They're free for adoption, except they have to pay for any vaccinations that the kittens need, and of course we insist that they be spayed and neutered. It was actually a wife, I believe, of one of our veterinarians. We have 8, but one of them, their wife brought in a litter of kittens, a litter of 3. There were 2 boys, 2 males, and they were all orange. And then we had Lucy, the calico, and I just fell in love with her, and I love the markings that she has. She has unique markings, and maybe someday I'll be able to show those to you a little closer. But the kittens that we have up for adoption, sometimes our employees will take some home for some human time and some home environment time, and that's exactly what I did for the weekend. I thought it would be nice to get her away from the veterinary hospital and the chaos and the noise, so I brought her home just for the weekend for some cuddles and some human time and so on. Well, you know, depending on how you look at it, that was either a good idea or it was a mistake, because of course she never went back. My husband and I both just fell in love with her. It's been a very long time since we've had a cat, so I had forgotten exactly what it was like, and Lucy is such entertainment. She is a delight, and she's a pain in the you-know-what, but most of the time she just entertains us. She's very good at entertaining us. She's very good at getting in the way and being a brat, but we just love her to death, and it's been so much fun. Well, there you have it. That whole thing was kind of a mess, and I'm sorry about that, but I hope you enjoyed it anyway. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. If you know someone that you think might enjoy it, then feel free to share it with them. Send it email or social media, it doesn't matter, just share it. And I want you to know that in the future, I plan to, well, from now on, I plan to upload one video a week. And eventually I want to kind of pare things back so that I can upload 2 videos a week. So if there's a subject you'd like to know more about, as long as it has to do with Chihuahuas, let me know in the comments below. If there's a specific video that you would like to see, then please let me know in the comments below, because I want to upload videos that you want to see. That's the whole idea of this channel. So until we meet again, and you'll eventually get to see more of my babies throughout this channel as time goes on. But until then, from me and my family, don't forget to subscribe. And until next time we meet here again, bye.